this. Right, so I'm just arranging this so that you can see what I'm doing. There we are. Right, okay. So today we're going to be doing a resin geode. I've done a few of them. I haven't got any to hand right now though. But that is the aim for today. So we're seeing quite a lot of different things. Obviously we're going to start with our resin. I'm going to the Mehron, which we saw video. I'm going to use the Casting Craft opaque pigment. We're going to be using the Resi tint acrylic ink, and we're going to be using the Resi metal paste as well. Plus, I'm going to be using some amethysts here as well. Crushed glass. I've got crushed mirror glass, various different glitters. As you would have known from my first one, I do have just some other crushed glass as well. So bear with me a moment, just load up my video so I can see if anyone puts any comments up. So the computer's running really slow. Last time I had a bit of a problem where I couldn't see the comments, though this time I'm using my iPad, so I should be able to see this time. Lovely. So free to comment on stuff that I'm going to be using today. I will put up in my in the description box underneath when this is finished, so that you know what I've been using, where to get it. Obviously I'm from the UK, so I find things really hard to try and find like suppliers and where to get stuff, so that will obviously help anybody else that's in the UK as well. Right, so just going to take these off and then I'll start mixing up the resin. Now this board that I'm going to be using is just a MDF board. All I did last time, a base layer of acrylic paint down, 1 to bright 2, just acts as a bit of a primer as well. Right, so just going to mix some resin. Okay. So this is master cast resin. If you can see that. There we go, master cast resin. This is the resin that I use. A description below on where you can get it. It's from EliChem resins. It's one of the best resins, I think, that's pretty much foolproof as long as you follow the instructions, and all you need to do is a 1-to-1 ratio. So 100 ml of that, and then 100 ml of the resin. So that was the hardener, and then I really should have worn some gloves. It's getting really sticky. a total of 200 ml of Sunky. Right, if you're watching, say hello. Don't be shy. As I said, you can ask any questions that you want. If I know the answer, I'll definitely help you. Right. Okay. I'm just going to stir this up. You want to make sure you give it a really, really good stir. Scrape the sides, scrape the bottom. Don't worry about the bubbles that you get in it. You can always pop them out with a heat, a torch, or a hairdryer. I used a hairdryer for a very long time. And a little torch. The torch that I've got, little creme brulee torch. It's pretty good, and you just get lighter fluid just to refill it. Okay. 4 colours that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to get okay, sorry about that, guys. I think my phone locked up and it decided to cut off the YouTube, and YouTube crashed at the same time as well, so that caused problems. But I am now back up and running. And okay, so let me know if you guys are still watching. Put some comments up. Obviously, I really apologise for that. There we are. Okay, so it looks like we're all up and running again. You didn't miss much anyway, so I just filled up these. Right. Okay. Lovely. So, just going to start by putting in some colours. In. Hi, Sue. Right. And I'll just give this one a bit of a shake. Obviously, this is my second live video, so sorry about the cut out there. I'm kind of still learning how to use it. Now, this silver, I don't know if you can see, is really, really nice. And you only really need a little bit of it. I'm sure I'll do this one. So that's that one. And then the Mehron gold, which I'm going to be using as well. Again, this one is the powder. This is actually a body paint powder. But works really, really well for resin. Right, so always good to have everything around you, because with resin you've obviously got a limited time to be able to use it. So I know that probably some of you know much about this, but I wanted to just add in a few things for beginners. So I noticed there wasn't many beginner videos when I started watching and learning. The purple is from EliChem resins. It's Purple Rain. It's just a resi tint. It's basically acrylic ink. There, you can see that. It's a really, really nice colour. And the last one. I initially started off buying a starter pack from EliChem resins. Their website, if you're from the UK, is that. And I just bought a starter pack that had the silver, there was a blue, it has some resi blast as well. That's really good if you want to make cells in your work or get some nice lacing, although the casting craft does quite a good job of that by itself. And although it is a very small bottle, it is very concentrated. So that is my colours mixed. So some people draw out their design on the board. I've done that a couple of times, but I think I'm going to wing it. I think sometimes wing it can come out quite pretty as well. So I'm just going to start by laying a bit of a base down, because I'm going to put the amethyst in the middle. I find always working from the middle works better, because you can see the way that it's going and the shape it's taking, so you can kind of follow that as you go out, like throughout the painting. Okay, so Mastercast for me was the one that had the better reviews when I did a ton of research. Let me know what one you ordered and I can have a look into it. So I'm just going to place these on. I do find, obviously, resin is very expensive, but obviously being from the UK, a lot of the resins that you can get quite cheaply, unfortunately, you can get in America, and it costs a ton of money to get them over in England. So I did look into that, but it just worked out that Eli resins for Mastercast is the better option for me. So I've put down the Amethyst down, and I'm just going to add just a different texture. This is just little glass pieces that have been like coloured with a purple. So some lemon. Don't worry about, like, if you put the bigger stones down and then you put the smaller stones on it and they kind of get in between, because that's what you want, just to make it a little bit more natural looking. I always find any loose stones, just when I turn the piece upside down, all the loose stones come off anyway. Okay, glass cast. I did come across that, like, I didn't think I looked into it as much, so I will try that. And yeah, I did see that they are doing a ready mixed resin. I am very, very interested in that. So I will be looking into that. I do watch them quite a lot about new things that they do bring out. And yeah, the no bubbles will be very, very good. Especially if you're going to be doing jewellery pieces as well. And Resin Pro, I've not come across that. 8 kilos for £97. That is absolutely brilliant. Well, I'll certainly look into that one. I think the one that I've got is, it's 4 kilos and it cost me about £118. So the other one is definitely better value. Okay. Hey Leanne. Right. So I'm going to keep that like that. I'll let it set up a little bit. What I might do actually is put just a little bit of glitter just to make it sparkle a little bit. That's my stick. So this is just normal purple sparkly glitter, just out of some craft kit I think I got. I love glitter so much, I think I'm slightly addicted. If you're in the Facebook groups and you've seen what I posted up last night, you'll see that I absolutely adore glitter. Actually, I've got this here, see if you can see it. So this is on its second stage. Yes, everything is better with glitter, Leanne. I totally agree with you. What I'll do is I'll bring the light over so you can see. It just definitely needs a clear coat over it to bring that glitter out. But that is that one. So that one, as I said, took me 2 stages. I've got one more stage, I think, due on that. Okay, right, so I think I'm going to do some gold. I don't mind if mine runs down the edge. You'll see that I don't put the tape around the outside, because what I do is I sand the edges down and then I use acrylic gold paint and just dab it on, so you kind of get like a different sort of texture. I kind of like that for my edges. Do some silver. Now the reason why I'm leaving a gap in between each bit is because if you do it together, it kind of blends and is a little bit uncontrollable. I did put some heat on it in a moment. Okay, so I'm using MDF board, canvas would dip because the resin is too heavy. I have heard of people using gallery wrap canvases. I haven't come across any that I like, so I've been using the wood board because it won't warp. Obviously it is a lot heavier, especially once you've put all of the resin on, but it doesn't warp, it doesn't move around. So I'm just popping the bubble now. Okay. So this one is going to be a glitter coat. We put the glitter on. Now the glitter will sit on the top, and it does also sink in. This is why I feel that putting a clear coat over the top just finishes it off. So I'm going to be using the holographic glitter purple. You can get this from Amazon. I think it's 100 gram one. and it's mainly used for wine glasses. Make sure I give it a really generous coating. As you can see by putting, well, I don't know if you can see actually, I can because I'm really close up, but by putting the glitter on, it starts to spread the resin as well. So the resin will spread out. Do we have many people here from the UK watching right now? Again, I'm not so fussed about it being off the sides. Oh, nicely, Anne. Nice to see that we've got people from other countries watching as well. So, yeah, so once this is dry, I'll then blow the glitter off. And then it won't interrupt with any of the other ones. If I try blowing it now, it's just going to merge with all of the other colours that we've got down as well. Right. So what I will show you is what I mean about the colours flooding. See, my resin's starting to heat up a bit. I don't have much time left. It's just unfortunate the video cut out. I'm not going to use the heat gun after I've put the glitter down because it will just blow it around. But so I just use the torch. So what I've done is I've just put the purple down and then just put the white next to it. Don't know if you can see, but it's starting to bleed together. And all I'm going to do is just take a cocktail stick and just play with it a little more. I just think it makes the geode look a little bit more interesting. And you have lots of different textures, lots of different things to look at. And that will continue to move around. There we are. Right. So now these two have had time to sort of set a little bit, I'm just going to put some white down and then I'll put some clear crystals down. When I say crystals, I mean glass, plush glass. Right. So this is just a bag of the crushed glass that I got again from Amazon. As you can see, they're all different shapes. I need to find a better way of smashing it up because you get some really big pieces in there. It'd be nice to get some like glass dust. So if you guys have got any ideas, please let me know. I tried taking a hammer to them and I pretty much ended up denting the table that I was using, and I went through the plastic box that I was using as well. So I don't mind if you guys talk among yourselves as well. I mean, obviously when this video is not on, it means I can get to look through the comments, and you know, I might pick up some stuff as well. I'm just trying to rummage through the bottom of the bag to get the smaller pieces. going to do with some tweezers. That bit's gone under the gold, that's fine. You can pretty much add anything you want into the resin. I was thinking about maybe adding like salt crystals, but I think if you're going to be in a humid room it might dissolve a little bit, which would be a shame. Has anybody tried using salt? Let me know if you have. There. That's pretty much covered. Yeah, I don't have much time left with these. Does anybody else do their geodes in stages? My first one that I did, I did it all in one go. One of them turned out really well. The other one, unfortunately, didn't. The white sort of took over. I will go over with the torch a couple of times, so I'll let it sit for a little while and then I'll go back over it. To make sure that all the bubbles come up to the top and I can get rid of them all. It really is a lovely purple. So you can see it mixing with the white there. It lightens it up as well. What I'm going to do, move them out of the way. Purple's really starting to set up now. You can always reactivate it a little bit if you're careful with heat. but I'm just going to use it as a base for glitter, so I'm not too fast that it's set up. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen my first video. I mainly used blues, so I kind of wanted to go away from using blues a bit this time. So I thought I would do a purple geode. I've got a lot of blue geodes. I do have some other colours. I've got some reds, yellows and orange. But I haven't really seen many pieces that I like with using those colours. If you've got any pieces that you've done that you want to show me, then please let me know. And you can certainly have a look. So I'm just using some more holographic glitter. This one won't spread much like the other purple did because it's set up a bit more, so it will kind of stay in the shape that it is. Okay. I don't know whether if I want to put these on it or not. This was they're just mirror pieces, smashed mirror pieces. Kind of hoping it would be really, really bright, like the mirrors that you get, really reflective. It's actually really quite dull. It's a bit like a grey. I don't know whether I should. Might just keep with the tones. What do you think? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to add some more glitter. I have to be really careful that I don't put droplets on other colours. I get a little bit excited sometimes. So I have 3 different types of iridescent glitters. I've got this one, which is like a chunky glitter. Got this one, which is medium, and this one, which is ultra fine. I think I'm gonna go with the chunky one, as it looks really pretty. Yeah, I'll go with the chunky. And yeah, I was so disappointed when the mirror pieces came in. I was really excited for them to come, and then really quite disappointed when I saw that they were really quite dull. I'm sure I could put them in. I might do it on the second stage. It's actually really quite difficult with 2 wet pieces next to it, either side. Well, I might do a combination of the different size glitters. I'll do the chunky on this one, and then maybe on the second stage, I mean, I've got all these other gaps to fill, so I could do like the different glitter sizes throughout the piece. Looks quite interesting going over the silver though. I have been looking recently of other little things that I could put in. I've been looking at glass frit and dichroic glass frit. I really love like some of the looks that you can get, especially like the black dichroic glass frit, but again in the UK it's so expensive to get hold of. I think I put a post up from Amazon, it was like nearly £90 just for 1 ounce, whereas someone from the USA posted and they can get it for like $30 tops. But always going to be on the look for other things to add in. Just want to make sure this has a really good coat of the glitter. I don't know if you can see, but some of the purples run into the silver. It's not too bad though. I can always just, when I do my second layer, separate them again on there. I am rather impressed with the first layer. Sometimes I look at them and I go, could have gone better. But I'm actually quite impressed with this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here now. And leave it be for that stage, because otherwise I'll get carried away, and I know that the purple's pretty much set up. I've still got a bit of time left on the gold and the silver, but I think I'll leave it there on that one. So thank you for joining me. I will probably do the second stage tomorrow. I'll let this one set up overnight and then do the second one tomorrow. So hopefully if you're around tomorrow, unfortunately I don't know what time it will be, but if not, you can always catch up with it. But thank you very, very much for tuning in, and if you like the videos then please subscribe. If there is anything you would like me to try out, then please suggest it. Doing a geode piece was a suggestion from my first video, so you know, I do listen to suggestions. Also, you know, any tips like the different types of resins and stuff, I listen to all of those as well. And yeah, so keep in tune, and I will let you have a close-up, sorry, of what I've done so far. Okay, Cheryl, if not, you can always catch up with it. I'm going to be doing videos frequently, so you guys can always follow me, subscribe. I'll be doing lots of videos. What I'll do is move this so you can really see the holographic glitter. You see, it looks a bit messy right now, but it won't do when it's finished. So yeah, so that's my second video. As I said, tomorrow I will post another video, and yeah, I'll also be popping them on Instagram. Again, you can find me on Instagram with which is the same as my YouTube, so Harris Arts UK. I'm on Facebook as well, so if you want to follow me on there, then I'm going to be updating all of them as well. And yeah, so brilliant, cool. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, you can always catch up and leave any comments and stuff in the videos. Brilliant. Okay, see you later, guys. Oh, if I can turn it off. You're very welcome, guys. You're very welcome. Bye.